Good afternoon. My name is John Brush. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Communications here at the Citadel. Today is a great day for Bulldog Nation as we usher in a new era of Citadel football. At this time, I would like to introduce our Director of Athletics, Mr. Mike Capascio.
Welcome, family and friends, Bulldog alumni and supporters. We really appreciate you showing up. It is a great day. It is a day to move in a different direction, a real positive direction, and I really feel good about it. You know, we started the process a couple weeks ago, and we went through everything and the dog and pony show that we have to do, and bottom line was we came up with a gentleman that we felt very, very comfortable with. I cannot tell you how much when he talked and spoke about the Citadel, the love that he has for this place. I mean, you could just feel his passion. The one thing I want to get back to with Citadel football is passion. I want to get back to emotion. I want to get back to playing really, really hard and doing the things that have made us successful in the past. And I felt we wavered just a little bit from that. So I feel really good about this. I want to thank the committee and everybody that helped me get to this decision. I want to thank his family for joining us today. But more importantly than anything, I want to thank Coach Maurice Drayton for taking this job and giving us this opportunity for this football program to move forward. I cannot tell you how good I feel about this. And when I look around this room, I think I pretty much have the same feeling that you all do. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for your support. And let's look forward to some Bulldog football. At this time, I would like to introduce our new head football coach, Maurice Drayton. Look at that. Look at that. We even got your number.
I just want to take a minute and look around the room. I thank the Creator for all his blessings. Thank you to the Board of Visitors. Thank you to General Walters. Thank you to our Athletic Director, Mike Capascio. I want to thank you for having a vision. Thank you for being bold enough and brave enough to act on that vision. Thank you, sir. Thank you to the Health and Physical Education Department here at the Citadel. Thank you to my classmates, the class of 1998. More importantly, Delta 98. Thank you to all my teammates, my friends. There's so many to name. Please excuse me if I omit you by name. Charge it to my mind and not my heart. Everyone in this room has impacted my life one way or another. All of you have had a profound influence on my maturation process. If you fall into one of those categories, stand up, please. Please stand up. If you fall into one of those categories that I just mentioned, please stand up. I salute you. Thank you. I first arrived here at the Citadel on this campus August of 1994 as a 17-year-old. A 17-year-old walk-on who spent 14 plus years in the blue and white. I've played and coached football since the age of 9. The first touchdown I was responsible for at the age of 9, and he surprised me today, is my best friend from 2 years old, Stanley Dixon. He begged my father to allow me to play football. The games where we lived in Charleston, West Virginia, were played on Sundays during church. That was a no-no. He stayed after my father for a year, and the following year, they moved the games to after church, and I was allowed to play. One might say football is my chosen career. I didn't choose football. Football chose me. During that time, I've witnessed a lot of change. From the legendary coach of Charlie Taft, who blessed out Andy Clausen for allowing a 5'7", 145-pound athlete to walk on his football team, to Don Powers, who was my first position coach, my defensive coordinator, the head coach who gave me an opportunity to be a restrictive earning coach, paying me $4,000 a year, and I was absolutely ecstatic and happy. To Ellis Johnson, who gave me my first full-time job. To John Zernhill, who talked to me about life outside of Citadel football. To Kevin Higgins, who showed me a business leadership style that was different than from what I've already learned. And lastly, to Mike Houston, in our second year together, allowing me to be responsible for the defense, to call the defense, which is hard for a defensive-minded head coach to do. As I sat in their office last night, which is now our office, I tried to come up with words that I could express to this group about change. Transition is hard. It's hard on coaches, it's hard on fans, but more importantly, it's hard on the players. As soon as I got off the plane, I can't remember, a day ago? I seriously can't remember. I told our team, who we met with immediately, that change is inevitable and that fear is okay. Fear, what is fear? Fear is a mind controller. Fear is a little evil from within. We must learn to face and control it. That is fear. If we embrace change, we will close the gap faster. Who am I? I'm committed to this team. I have high expectations. I expect to win. Winning comes from knowledge, knowing the game, coaching by having relationships with staff, with players, with boosters, with alumni. Not just a handshake, but a personal relationship. We're in a new year, the year of 2023, a new season, a new team, looking for a new level of performance. My coaching tree has deep roots. One of those roots that is firmly planted in my DNA started with my father in coaching, Keith Jones. Thank you, Coach. And then went on to my uncle in the NFL, Stump Mitchell. On to Kenny Carter, who paid for my first convention in Anaheim, California, first coaching convention. Then on to my big brother, Everett Sands. Because of them, we are building a new culture. My personal motto is lifting as I climb. That simply means, as I rise, I roll up my shoulder and I bring people along. We're building a new culture. Communication is key. I'm requesting that our players excel in their academic requirements, in the Corps of Cadets. I'm expecting them to excel on the field of battle while maintaining the high Citadel standards. I'm the son of a Marine from Georgetown, South Carolina, turned itinerant minister, elder in the African Methodist Episcopal Church. He's the 7th of 13 children. My mother, out of Chester, South Carolina, is the oldest girl of 10 children. My parents decided to move my brother, my sister, and I from Canton, Ohio, where I played at Canton McKinley, where the Football Hall of Fame is, under the legendary Tom McDaniels, to Moncks Corner, South Carolina, my home, where I went to Berkeley High School, and we played under Dr. Jerry Brown. My dad moved back because there was a calling over his life. And now I'm moving my family back because there's a calling over my life. We have already started the hiring process. I know that's what you want to hear about. We've already started the recruiting process. We are recruiting players to be a part of our historic tradition. I'm able to hire coaches who are making a difference to be a part of something special. They will be a part of something special because of relationships, because of the education I received from those men I talked about earlier. Chuck Reedy, Oliver Buddy Pugh, David Bennett, Chuck Pagano, Tom McMahon, Mike McCarthy, Matt LaFleur, Darryl Franklin, Josh McDaniels, most recently. The experience I learned from each of those head coaches and chief of staffs is which I'm extremely proud of. Because of those experiences, it allowed me to hire, not including myself, a staff that has 137 years of coaching experience. And we don't have a full staff yet. These are the men that I've hired thus far. They have 15 years of coaching experience at the Citadel, 16 years of head coaching experience, 33 years of coordinator experience, 43 postseason games, and that's where we want to be. 30 conference championships. Our institution has 4. 16 players in the National Football League, 23 All-Americans, 62 All-Conference players, and 2 Hall of Famers. We as a staff have won at all levels. And it started with love. It started with embracing change. It started with togetherness. The togetherness between coaches, players, support staff, the understanding of one another and pulling in the same direction. While meeting with the team upon my arrival, I told our guys, we will close the gap faster if you embrace our 4 pillars and our 1 rule. Be on time. Time is the greatest gift you can give. I want to thank 3 people who have been under my roof for 23 plus years. Thank you for allowing me to give time. Time away from home to raise other men. Time away from home to put a product on the field that you can be proud of. Thank you. The next thing we asked, no excuses. One of our pillars. Excuses are tools of the incompetent. Nobody in this room is incompetent. Used to build bridges that lead to nowhere. We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. Those who deal in excuses build monuments dedicated to nothing. We have monuments all over this campus, and they're dedicated to something. Therefore, our team will not deal in excuses. The third pillar is team first. No one's above the bar. There's a standard. We must strive to meet that standard. Lastly, be a man. And that encompasses all mankind. What that simply means is to have a sense of responsibility, to stand on your own 2 feet. One rule: do the right thing. Those are our 4 pillars and our 1 rule. We have a detailed plan to win, but it takes a total commitment. It takes a total buy-in. The program is not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. The program is designed to win. Win in life, to win on and off the field, and to sustain that on a daily basis. The coaches and I, we will make decisions to help the team win. We will define expectations for our players. We will provide structure for our players, and our players will meet those expectations. We will demand accountability. We will develop focus on fundamentals and techniques, and we will be conceptual learners, teaching from a conceptual style. The players will have to define their role within that. We can only achieve this if we embrace change, if we love one another, if we communicate, and if we're committed to the well-being of the student athlete. The Citadel has been a large part of my life for nearly 30 years. It is my honor, it is my privilege to be the head coach of the Military College of South Carolina, the Citadel, the place that has helped mold me and make me the man I am today. Go Dogs.